Thanks for staying with us. We're going to be starting the newspaper review with The Nation. Major headline: President knocks palm sex for slowing down governance. Tinubu demands monthly key performance indicators. No to acceptable delays. Ighodalo wins Edo PDP ticket. Shaibu at parallel Congress. Cooking gas exports may end to cut price. Priority shifts to domestic use. Fax monthly cash hits 2.07 trillion. Akeredolu takes final bow in Owo today. Lagos Ogun Customs unveil food and other palliatives. Police begin joint patrol on Lagos-Ibadan Road. Makinde attacks Akhabue. What stories do we have in The Nation?
We'll start with the major headlines. The president had a meeting with all the top cadre of the civil service yesterday, especially with the PAMSEX, the head of civil service, the Auditor General, the Accountant General of the Federation, the Auditor General of the Federation, and all the federal PAMSEX of all the ministries. And of course, it was an audit of their performance. He said that deliberately slowing down the performance of this government. He queried, with facts, he queried why some of the policies, the people-oriented programs that were flagged off under his administration were not being carried out till now. One of them is the 25,000 wage award to workers at the Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative, the provision of single-digit loan of 1 billion to 75 enterprise, 50,000 grants each for 1,300 nano businesses, 75 billion for 100,000 businesses and startups, and the investment of 100 billion in gas-powered buses for mass transit. Plenty programs that were flagged over. You know, we had commended him when these programs were announced, and the civil service just finished it and went business as usual. You know that people go walk the walk.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah, you know, particularly hate the fact that he was forced to get here. They went in, they didn't do their work, and he said that even if there was any impediment or any difficulty or challenges they faced, it's the proper thing for a working mind is to offer suggestions on alternatives to carry out this. Not that you just take the instructions, go back and say, what did that government make? You know, make civil service, will you go and join NLC? I mean, you know, this is so embarrassing, and I'm very proud of the president for calling them what it is.
Good.
I hope that they
So I have food crisis. Lagos Ogun Customs unveil palliatives. Because of time, I'll just take a few, but, you know, especially Lagos have like a whole lot of things that they're planning to do towards, you know, this food crisis that we're having right now. So the governor says a flexible work plan for civil servants will be introduced. He said that also first of all, there's going to be a bipartisan advisory team. The governor himself will be on it. Then State Secretary of the PDP, LP, you know, NGE, that's Nigerian Guild Editors, NLC, representatives of House of Assembly will all be on this team. That's to make sure that these palliatives would get to those that they're really meant for. Yeah. And he talked about civil servants getting flexible work hours. Some will work from level, I think, from level 14 and above, they'll work 4 times a week, and all those below will work 3 times a week. He says teachers will work 5 days a week because of what the sector is like, as you understand, but that they will get support for transport. Talked about 100 trailer loads of rice that will be coming into the state from the north for distribution, and this distribution will cover about 300,000 households, and many more, you know, things on that schedule. Ogun State as well is saying they have purchased 100 truckload of rice to be sold at cheaper rates. He says they'll be sold at the rates before the price hike, and also the elderly. And yes, the elderly would get special treatment. I think they would not pay fully for. They would not pay for those for the rice themselves. Then we have customs as well. Customs have said that they will begin sales of rice and other food items to the public in Lagos and other parts of the country. In fact, they started what they call like a pilot, yesterday in Yaba. They sold 25 kg of rice to 10,000 vulnerable Nigerians. There's just so many more. So it would be good for us to look at the papers because there'll be hospital, there insurance that'll be given to the vulnerable in Lagos State, in Ogun State. There's soup kitchens that will be available, just so many things. And I hope that this works out because it will really go a long way in helping the vulnerable.
Implemented well, yeah. Amaka?
And then I have Ighodalo takes final bow in Owo today. You know, this really resonates with me because he's a lawyer. He was the former Nigerian Bar Association president. And as we all know, he passed in December. So finally, they are doing the burial. We all know he went through a long struggle with his ailments. You know, it was a difficult time for, and then with the whole thing that came up in his state, whether he was an absent governor and everything. But, you know, ill health can happen to anybody. And I just expected people to be more sensitive about that. And then also, so the funeral is going to happen today in his town in Owo, Imola. Owo. And yes, Owo. And a lot of Nigerians and prominent Nigerians are going to turn out. And yesterday, they had the service of songs, and the family said they felt consoled because of the tributes that was read out. That they really felt consoled because he reaffirmed to them how people viewed him and that he lived a life of impact. Wow. And that really mattered to them, and that really consoled them. So may he rest in peace.
Yeah, amen. So I have operatives of Enugu Zonal Command of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, the Police and Nigerian Customs Service, NCS, arrested 115 suspected currency racketeers in the state. You know, they've been going around now and fishing them out. They said the suspects comprised of 113 male and 2 female, and they were apprehended on Wednesday, February 21, during a sting operation at Owerri Road in Ogui area of the state. They also said that they got credible intelligence about the matter that some bureau de change operators and some street hawkers were involved in illegal foreign exchange markets in the market and other environments. So they recovered some items from them, which I want to mention here. So 110,700,000 naira, $8,368,000, 145 pounds, 2,725 euro, 900 South African rand, 32,000 sefa, 100 Turkiya and 500 Bank of Mozambique currencies in different denominations. They also found a safe that was abandoned by one of the street hawkers, which was also recovered. And when they started the investigation, they found that some of the suspects were foreigners from Niger Republic. So I'm wondering what will happen to the money that they have just, gathered. Yeah. So let's move on now to the Punch. Governors tackle Akhabue, deny receiving federal government 1 trillion lifeline. NGF says 1 trillion windfall untrue. Lagos, Osun, Benue, Katsina, Zamfara deny receiving 30 billion each. Food truck looted in Niger. Police warn against Ekiti rally. Lagos, Ogun rollout relief. Tinubu appoints AMCON CEO agencies, get 13 directors. Ekpo, Agali urge fans to watch beautiful football. That's Punch novelty match. Ighodalo emerges PDP candidate. Shaibu wins parallel primary. Military, police, NEMA conduct search, rescue drill in rivers. Federal government plans cooking gas export ban to crash price. Ibadan Disco disconnects UCH over 500 million debts. Manufacturing, others suffer as GDP slows to 3-year low.
I will start with the Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company. According to the first few lines, it says they have disconnected the power supply to the University College Hospital in Ibadan, Oyo State, over a 500 million naira debt. And my heart caught, like, that's a hospital, please, let's see how we can do this. The chief medical director of the hospital confirmed that Thursday the hospital was disconnected by the electricity distribution company, but also declined to disclose the reason why. Meanwhile, IBDC says, yes, so light was disconnected. They confirm it. And yes, they owe them 500 million naira. And yes, they have been trying to contact them for, like, they've written to them 4 times, trying to sit with them to come up with a way that they can pay the debt if they have to spread it. But they would never disconnect them just like that, based on that debt. But there's a technical issue that happened, and that is why. But all these issues are on ground. So
The Igbese is on ground.
yes, but you know, we had to start with disconnect over 500 million naira.
Yeah,
that was not the
yes.
reason, but it exists.
So Abuja Disco that started it.
Yes. So let's take a short break. When we come back, the newspaper reviews continue. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.